you. Maybe it's the only way to go through. I won't lose myself for anybody. I'm not sorry. Yeah. Though it hurts, I only wish you blessings. When intuition talks, you gotta listen. I won't lose myself for anybody. I'm not sorry. Yeah. 'Cause you build me up to break me down. Never respect the love you found. And I had a voice inside the back of my mind. I always knew it deep down. You don't deserve me, babe, I won't lie. Got no more tears to cry. Oh, no looking back this time. 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 Running from the truth was getting reckless. In your arms I never felt protected. Oh. 'Cause you don't deserve me, babe, I won't lie. Got no more tears to cry. Oh. No looking back this time. 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 No looking back this time.
Evening. I hope everybody is well. This is going to be an interesting show. So we're going to do a match review of the Galatasaray game. And I have named the show Leaders Needed because leaders are needed right now in this team. Look, at the end of the day, the last time Slot lost 2 games in a row was Newcastle United in the cup final and Crystal Palace in the in the other final for the Community Shield. That's the last time. That's the last time Slots lost 2 games in a row. So it's very few and far between, and it's not what we're used to. Let's be honest, this isn't what we're used to. Liverpool are not used to losing 2 games in a row. Like, Liverpool aren't used to losing games, like, in general, which is kind of an entitlement, if I want to be honest. Like there's a lot of teams that lose games and still do well. Like, Barcelona just lost. Like, they just lost the game. Real Madrid just lost the game recently. Arsenal lost to us recently. Manchester City lost 2 on the bounce. It's a little bit different when it happens to you, because the whole world caves in for Liverpool for some reason, and it's like, oh no, that's it. Like, that's it. Sell everyone. That's it. Sell everyone. Everyone needs selling. All players need to get rid of. Like, what's the point? Like, and then there's like hashtag slot out. Like, are you kidding me? Like, seriously? You genuinely out of your mind. Like, genuinely out of your mind. If you're on that train, you're on that train. Like, I can't help you. I can't help you. You've come to the wrong channel if you're on that train, because that's not what I'm going to talk about today. I'm going to talk about games, tactics, individuals, statistics, what I feel the problem is. I'm going to show you heat maps. We are going to have some hard talks about some individuals as well, because there's quite a few people that we probably don't really want to talk about, but we're probably going to have to talk about them. And I think we need to talk about last season as well, because I think we are missing around 60% of last season now. Like, we're missing that. And I'll break it down, like, what I think we're missing. A lot of people are doing shows about this. A lot of people are talking about Liverpool. A lot of people are talking about, individuals and players and coaches and whatever. Like I just want to put it all in like a bit of an order, because it's all a bit wild right now. There's a lot of people losing their heads when they don't need to. Okay, they don't need to. We just need to win a game. We just need to win at the weekend. We win at the weekend, then we're good. We go into an international tournament where, unfortunately, Liverpool haven't got many players that aren't going to be on international duty. And then we come back to Manchester United at home, which really should be a bit of a banker. It should be a bit of a banker. So let's get into it. There's 30 of you in here. I appreciate you being around. I know there's a lot of other shows that are on. If you can hit the likes and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. That would be great. I'm on the road to 2,000, and the more people, the merrier. So where do I start? So let's jump into the Crystal Palace review. Okay, so let's talk about Crystal Palace. Okay, so I'm going to talk about Crystal Palace. We're going to have a look at the formation. We're going to have a look at the heat map. We're going to have a look at how some players played. And then we'll have a look at the Galatasaray game. Because something sticks out for me in the Crystal Palace and the Galatasaray game. And I'll point it out and I'll talk about it as we go through. Okay? 100%. 100%. Too much sideways passing. 100%. 100%. And we can look at those numbers as well, by the way. And 100%, there's no intensity. There's no intensity anymore. 100%. The really interesting thing before we get into any of this is there was a book that was written by Pep and Linders called Intensity. It was the Liverpool motto. It was the way Liverpool played. It was what made us so ugly and so hard to beat. It was intensity. It's not there no more. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone in the places where it needs to be. That's the problem. It's still there in some elements, but it's missing where it's really important. Okay? And we can talk about that. And I don't know how we get that back because it looks like it's by design. And for the life of me, I do not understand. I do not understand why it's by design. But we can look at this as well. There is so much to dissect about Liverpool right now, about structure, tactics, just the squad. Like why are you picking some of these players? Like they're clearly not up to speed for a start. They're clearly not fit. Like some of them have no idea how to play in this system. Like some of them shouldn't be in the positions that they're in. But we can talk about all of this as we get into the game. But let me go through the Palace game in numbers before we move on to that. Okay. So bear with me. Okay. So you're going to be watching my face for a little bit while I talk. All right. Okay. I didn't want to break down this game. I really didn't want to break down this game because it could have been 7-0 in the first half. It could have easily been 7-0 in the first half. I didn't want to break this game down, but I have to because of the fact that we took it into Galatasaray. I didn't think we would take what we did with Palace into Galatasaray, but we did, and we were worse. We were worse against Galatasaray. Like we were absolutely dreadful. Okay, no cohesion. We'll talk about this. Okay, right. First of all, 2 unbeaten records stood in the Premier League coming into the game, but now only one remains following a drama-filled finish to the game at Selhurst Park. And this isn't one that most of you would have expected, but maybe not all of you. Crystal Palace underlining numbers from their start of the Premier League, then maybe a win against the reigning champions wouldn't come as much as a surprise. Crystal Palace came in with a 17-game unbeaten run. They were 5th in the table. Their expected goals data from their games so far suggested they might actually deserve to be top of the table. They came into the game full of confidence, and they ended up not only extending their undefeated run in the Premier League this season, but ending Liverpool's. This also equalled the club record of 18 consecutive games without tasting defeat. They started the game like the more in form and confident of teams, on the front foot and undeterred by the fact that they were facing the reigning Premier League champions and current league leaders. Ismail Sarr, who's got 4 goals and 4 assists in the last 7 games against us, which is insane, back in action after missing Crystal Palace last 3 games. He had to be. He turned in a close-range goal after Ryan Gravenberch failed to clear the initial cross at a Palace corner. Another set piece. Just want to make that clear. Another set piece goal conceded. They had no intention of sitting on their lead. Daniel Munez cleaned through, and then Jean Matete also cleaned through, were denied by fantastic saves from Alisson in the Liverpool goal. Shortly after, Matete thought he had doubled his side's lead, only to see the ball cannon off the inside of the post after Alisson was beaten. So that's 3 big chances already. Crystal Palace had racked up 1.6 XG of goals in the first half. Goal chances in the first half. So they should have been 2 goals up in the first half, pretty much. The third highest non-penalty XG total for any team in the first half of a Premier League game this season. Okay, that's how shit we were. To do that against the reigning champions was mighty impressive. After the break, Liverpool came out a different beast. Arne Slot replaced right back Conor Bradley with forward Cody Gakpo, and they attacked from the off. Chance after chance followed for the champions, but their expensively assembled front line could not find a way through. Alexander Isak missed a big chance after dancing into the middle of the box, while Florian Wirtz again had little impact. With Slot unable to call upon suspended Hugo Ekitike, he turned to Federico Chiesa, who had set up both goals in the midweek EFL Cup win over Southampton, so the guy was coming in with form. The Italian once again came up with the goods, turning home an 87th minute equaliser to score a goal that looked like it would rescue Liverpool a precious point. 6 of Liverpool's 12 Premier League goals this season have come in the final 10 minutes of games, which is more than any other side. But Palace had other ideas, and 6 minutes into added time, it was 8, substitute Eddie Nketiah, ex-Arsenal, funny enough, ghosted in behind Liverpool's defence. He wasn't tracked by Jeremy Frimpong to get on the end of Mark Guehi's flick from a long throw. Calmly brought the ball down onto his chest, another set piece. This time Alisson was unable to save his teammates. Okay. 96.59, which is 97 minutes, Eddie Nketiah recorded both the latest winning goal, and that's a record for Crystal Palace. And that's the latest winner in a Liverpool game since 2006-2007. Okay, so Liverpool haven't lost to Crystal Palace since 2006-2007 away. Crystal Palace are now the only remaining unbeaten side in the Premier League. 3 wins, 3 draws. It's only the 5th time the Eagles have ever avoided defeat in their opening 6 matches, ever. 6 of Liverpool's 12 Premier League goals have come in the last 10 minutes. Okay, so that's the game. So what I want to do is I want to look at the actual game. Okay, so let's look at the actual game. All right, so I'm just going to share my screen. Okay, bear with me. Just going to share my screen here. 2 seconds. Right. Okay. Performance-wise, just looking at performance-wise, how we were actually rated by SofaScore is pretty much, I'm not going to lie, pretty much how we've looked this whole season. Kirkez, awful. Kirkez hasn't got past a 5 out of 10 in any game whatsoever this season. Mo Salah, has Mo Salah deserved anything more than a 6 in most games? No. Ali's been great. Virgil's been great. Gravenberch has been great. Everyone else is a bit meh. Dominic Szoboszlai's been good, but Dominic Szoboszlai's just a standard player. Like, he's just doing standard stuff. Dom's just really athletic. Like, really athletic. He's not doing anything special. He's just athletic, and he's around the pitch. He gets around the pitch. He's not specifically creating anything or doing anything unbelievable. He scored an unbelievable goal against Arsenal. Like, that was a clutch moment. Like, Dominic Szoboszlai had a clutch moment with a free kick. Yeah? That's brilliant. That's brilliant. But he's not been anything spectacular. He's just been solid. Okay? We've had lots of solid players before. Okay? So let's just look at the underlying numbers in this game. Mo Salah. How did Mo Salah play? Okay, Mo Salah played mainly wide. Mo Salah never really got anywhere near the position that makes him dangerous. So we didn't play to Mo Salah's strengths, or we didn't get Mo Salah where we needed to. Mo Salah had an XG of 0.49 for expected goals. So he did have a good chance. He had 37 touches. He had 2 key passes. He missed 2 big chances. Now that's an interesting one. Did you remember Mo Salah missing any chances in that game? Genuinely, I'll genuinely ask that question. Did you remember Mo Salah missing any big chances in that game? I didn't remember Mo Salah missing any chances in that game. Did he go clean through? Did he have any good shots? I don't remember Mo Salah in that game doing anything. So that's something which is also something which is different this season. Mo Salah is not the guy this season. We aren't playing everything to Mo Salah this season. This isn't the Liverpool team which is making all the opportunities land at Mo Salah's feet. So we're not doing that. Okay, so for all of us to say that Mo Salah's been crap and Mo Salah's not done this and not done that, nothing's funneling to Mo Salah. So you can look at all the key passes. It's not all going to Mo Salah. Wirtz isn't constantly looking for Mo Salah in the game. So Mo Salah's not actually being that involved in the game anymore. So that is a problem. Okay? So that is a problem. And that is a problem that Mo Salah needs to sort out. And this is why I named this show Leaders Needed. The only person who can make Mo Salah the best person in the team and everything that gets created for Mo Salah is Mo Salah. Because he has the right, he has the rank. He can go into the changing rooms and literally say, "Oi, you, why aren't you passing me the ball? Why aren't you giving me the ball now? Why aren't I getting the ball in the spaces that I need it?" Because he can turn around and say, "Oh, well, I missed Diogo and I missed Nunes and I missed Diaz and I'm just trying to find out where the others are." It's not your job to find out where they are, mate. That's their job to find out where you are, because you are the man. You are still the man. You've still got more GA than anyone else in the team. You are still the output machine. I'm not having this. I'm not having anybody go, "Oh, well, it's Isaac now," or "Oh, it's Wirtz now." No, it isn't. No, it isn't. Not when you've got a guy that you're paying £400,000 a week for. Not when you have a guy that we all think probably should have won the Ballon d'Or. So Mo Salah is the person who needs to step up and say to the rest of the team, "Get the effing ball to me. Get the effing ball to me." Make sure when you're doing all this side-by-side shit, it ends up with me. So that's important. And this is really important because this was a game where there were very few chances. But on the numbers, Mo Salah had 2 big chances. And I don't remember Mo Salah having any chances in that game. And he only had 30 touches. 30 touches in that game. Okay, so that's Mo Salah. Lost possession 11 times as well. Never won any ground duels. Mo Salah isn't going to win any ground duels because Mo Salah's been told not to tackle. Okay, so now let's have a look at another player. Dominic Szoboszlai. Dominic Szoboszlai in this game, as you can see in the heat map, was basically doing what Dominic Szoboszlai does. In the number 10, in the number 8, it doesn't matter. Dominic Szoboszlai's job is to basically do the defending for Mo Salah. If Mo Salah ain't touching the fucking ball, and Mo Salah isn't the man who's having bags of shots and bags of chances, then Dominic Szoboszlai should not be doing his defending. Mo Salah should be doing his own defending. Okay? And this is a big problem because there's also someone else that does Mo Salah's defending. And I'll show you him in a bit. Okay? Dominic Szoboszlai is doing Mo Salah's defending. Okay? Look at the heat map. The heat map's not lying. Mo's not tracking back there. Mo's not running there. Dom should be in the number 10 position outside the box. But he's not. Because he's covering for Mo's arse. That's what he's doing. He's covering for Mo's arse. And then in the second half, he then did Bradley's job because Bradley was shit. But Bradley's not just to blame for that, by the way. He's got a real liability right next to him on the right. A real liability right next to him on the right. Okay. So what did Dom do? 89 touches. Massively involved. Massively involved. 89 touches on the ball is huge. 4 key passes, 11 crosses, 6 of them not accurate, a couple of long balls, 2 big chances created again. 2 big chances created again. So he was creating chances as well. But he lost the ball 16 times. This is a problem, and this is something we'll see. This is something that's reoccurring. So Mo's lost it 11 times, Dom's lost it 16. So that's 28 times between 2 players. 28 times between 2 players, they lost possession. Okay? I ain't finished with the possession being lost numbers, okay? Because those 2 are massive culprits for this. Massive culprits. Okay. Now you've got another player that we need to talk about. Florian Wirtz. Right. Florian Wirtz was also doing Mo Salah's tracking back. Sorry. Florian Wirtz was also doing Mo Salah's tracking back. The heat map doesn't lie. He's not in the number 10 again. He's yet again not really in the number 10 position, but then he's not really in his left wing position that he's good with because he's doing Mo Salah's tracking back as well. Okay. But by the way, Wirtz is not very good at tracking back. He's not. Okay. And this is a reoccurring thing that we will talk about. Right. So what did Wirtz do in the game? Okay. 57 touches. Not a huge amount compared to Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai had 90. You know. Accurate passes, that's good. Key passes, 1. No crosses, no long balls. 1 shot on target, 1 shot blocked. 1 big chance missed, which is a huge chance, by the way. It was a 0.48 XG chance. It was a really high chance. It was almost as big as a penalty, that chance. And he lost the ball 10 times. He lost the ball 10 times. Okay. Alexis Mac Allister. I've told you about this. I have told you about this so much. Alexis Mac Allister wants to be the number 10 for Liverpool. He wants to be the number 10 for Liverpool. Alexis Mac Allister does not defend anymore. It's non-existent. He is so far offensive and he plays in the left-hand side of attack in midfield all the time. And everybody wonders why Alexis is really poor this season. He's really poor this season because he's constantly out of position. He's constantly advanced and he's not fast enough to get back and do any defensive work. So you have Ryan Gravenberch, Virgil van Dijk, and mainly Kerkez. Kerkez Kirkes is now playing as a defensive midfielder, stroke centre back, stroke left back. Kirkes does no moving over the halfway line anymore. Kirkes will not be a wide player anymore. And he won't be a wide player anymore because Alexis McAllister, for some reason, has been told to be in the same position as where Florian Wirtz should be. The heat map doesn't lie. Florian Wirtz was not in that position in the game. Like, he's too advanced. He doesn't need to be there. Like, he's not supposed to be there. He's supposed to be where Gravenberch is because they both play the defensive pivot. So what did he do in the game? 48 touches, 1 key pass, 1 big chance created, no duels won, lost possession 7 times, and was dribbled past as well. This is Crystal Palace. This is Crystal Palace we are playing. And then who else should we look at? I mean, should we even look at Isaac? Is there any point even looking at Isaac? Because, like, I don't feel like I should even qualify him as a player yet. Like 19 touches. Like 19 touches, 2 big chances missed with 19 touches though. I mean, it's going to come. It's going to come. Like, class is permanent. Like 19 touches and 2 big chances missed. Like, is that encouraging? Is that encouraging? I feel like that's encouraging to see. I feel like that's something that's encouraging to see. Did he have any shots? Does it say how many shots he had? 3 shots, all off target. 2 of them were big chances. 0.43 XG, which is pretty much the same as Wirtz. And Wirtz should have equalised the game. Okay. Where did Isaac play? I mean, it's hard to really say. Like, I mean, he had the ball in the box, which is good, because there's a lot of other players that didn't have the ball in the box. Like, he didn't really have the ball in the box. Did he have the ball in the box? A little bit. And should we look at Canate? Errors leading to shots, 2. Ground duels, 2 out of 5. Possession lost 4 times. He created a big chance. I think that was the header. So if you look at Canate, So if you look at Canate, what game's that? Yeah. So if you look at Canate, the heat map, yeah, and then we look at Virgil van Dijk, heat map, and then we look at Kirkes, heat map. To be fair, he got forward a bit more, but he had another stinker of a game. 2 clearances, 1 interception. I mean, did he do anything going forward? 1 key pass, 4 crosses, none of them got there. 2 long balls, none of them got there. Did nothing, basically, and played the entire 90. Bradley, no crosses. 70 touches of the ball as well. Wow, that's a lot of touches. Lost possession 12 times. 12 times. Okay, so let's look at what Cody did when he came on. Cody stayed wide. Cody had some shots, which is nice. Cody tried to dribble, which is nice. Cody had a key pass. Cody's passing was on point. Cody lost the ball 6 times. Pretty much won his duels. Frimpong only played 16 minutes, not really going to count that. Curtis Jones, he played 25 minutes. Different with Curtis. Like, played a little bit more as a defensive player, but obviously we needed to get a goal, so he was more attacking. What I will say about Chiesa. Okay, so I'll actually talk about Chiesa for a sec. So I'll actually bring up Chiesa's. I'll bring up Chiesa's numbers here. Okay, 2 seconds. Right. Okay. So let's have a look at Chiesa. Okay. So, right. So what is Chiesa good at? Okay. So everyone's talking about Chiesa now. Yeah. Like, what's Chiesa going to do? Is he going to be our guy? Blah blah blah. Like, do we need to play him more? Look. Chiesa, for me, is a substitute. He's a substitute. And you know what? I'm absolutely fine with him being a substitute. He's a great player to bring on for 20 minutes. And you know what? Chiesa's fine with that. We need to have players that we can bring on, because the future of Liverpool is Ekitike on the left, Isaac down the centre, Mo Salah on the right, and Wirtz behind Isaac. That's the future. Or Wirtz on the left and Ekitike behind Isaac. That's the future of Liverpool. And you need to have players to come off the bench. So then you've got Chiesa that can come in and do the 9, because he can. And he's been really good because he scored goals doing it. And you've also got Cody that can come in and do the left-hand side. And then you've also got, on the right-hand side, if you need to, then you can put Chiesa there as well. So you do have options. So Chiesa, for me, is a sub. And I understand that people want Cody to play. And look, I want Cody to play as well. But I think Ekitike is a better player. Just fundamentally, he's a better player. He's got more skills. He's got more pace. And he's got more threat. Like, he really can do something special out of the blue. I mean, you say you won't play him on the left, but he actually had him on the left in the Galatasaray game, but he got injured. So he did. He did play him on the left. Like, there was Ekitike on the left, Isaac down the centre, Mo Salah on the right, and Wirtz behind them, like, at one stage for like 3 or 4 minutes until he got injured. And we need to look at Chiesa because we need players that can do a job and can come in and score goals and create chances. So look at Chiesa. 5 games, sporadically plays all over the place, but mainly in the box. Average 13 minutes per game. Started none, scored 2 goals. Expected goals 0.7. So they're big chances that he's created. Averages has 7 touches when he comes on as well. So he very rarely touches the ball, and he averages 1 or 2 shots. His goal conversion's 40%. So he's a great player to bring in to nick a goal. And we will need that this season. The way we're playing, we will need that. So I am fine with Chiesa just being a sub. He's happy to play for Liverpool, so let's just play him. And right now, we need rotation right now. We need rotation because, well, Alexander Isak's not fit for a start, and we're having to flog all our players right now. Like Ekitike is getting probably overused, but he's now potentially injured. Like I don't know how serious that is. Like I don't understand for the life of me why Mo Salah didn't play against Galatasaray, because it's the European competition. Galatasaray are a good team, but he didn't play him, and then he brought him on, and he was useless. Like, but we were useless before that, so it's a real conundrum for me on that one. But the problem for me is I think we've just changed way too much from last season. Like, we don't press anymore. Like, we don't press. Like, we don't press in midfield. Like, are we really not gonna? We're not gonna get close to players in midfield now. We're gonna just stand off them and just leave them to be able to turn and pass it and move it around. Like what happened to that? Like if you ain't doing the midfield job, then you might as well just pack it in. You might as well just pack it in. If you're not going to defend in midfield, then I don't know what you're trying to do. I genuinely don't know what you're trying to do. Because if you're pressing in the attack, which we are trying, but we didn't do we didn't do it against Galatasaray, but we did against Crystal Palace. But we still have players that their mindset is not to do any defending. And there's too many of them. Like if Mo Salah isn't going to defend, when we are out of possession, then you've got 10 men on the pitch. And, well, you've got 9 outfield players on the pitch because Mo Salah's not doing any defending. He did against Crystal Palace, by the way. Like, he really grafted against Crystal Palace. Like, he tried his hardest. Atletico Madrid as well. He put a shift in against those two teams. Like, he did. But that's one player out of your team that's not doing any defending. And then you've bought more luxury players that aren't really going to defend. Like, Wirtz isn't going to defend. Like, he doesn't defend. He doesn't do track and back. He's quite lightweight, so he gets bounced off the ball. So he's not going to do the running. So there's another guy that's not doing it. Ekitike doesn't really do it. Like, he will run at the goalkeeper, but if it bypasses him, he's not going to chase another 20 yards. And this is something that we are so sorely missing. And we can say how bad some of the players were that we had, but they knew how to press. They knew how to defend. We miss Diaz. We miss Nunes. And the biggest one out of all of them is we cannot handle the loss of Jota for pressing wise. We are useless at pressing because Diogo's not there. Diogo was so good at pressing. So good at pressing. Like, we are missing key players which make us really hard to play against. And it's from the front. It's from the front. And we can all say, Canate's this and McAllister's that and this and that and Mo's not doing this. But if you've got your attackers gunning down the goalkeepers, covering the passing lanes and stopping the ball from getting from their defence to their attack, you've already negotiated how much of the battle. You've taken 25% off the opposition anyway because they can't get the ball out. And we don't do it. Or we're learning how to do it with new players because we've now got Ekitike, we've now got Isaac, we've now got Wirtz. Mo Salah's not doing it, which I find bizarre. The slot hasn't gone, hang on a minute, the other guys don't know how to do it yet. Mo, you know how to do it. Can you start doing it for a bit? Like, give us a hand, but he's not. And that is a big problem. And it was against Galatasaray. Like, we were so bad against Galatasaray. Like, they could literally play a 30-yard ball straight into midfield because there was no one on the goalkeeper. There was no one. No one chasing the goalie, no one chasing the left back, no one chasing the right back. And they had has-been defenders. They had defenders that were like in their mid-30s and they were garbage. They were garbage in the Premier League. And we didn't even decide, you know what? We are gonna absolutely get on top of those centre-backs because they're old and they're useless. And those midfielders, we're going to make it a nightmare for those two midfielders because they're both useless flops in the Premier League. Like Jefferson Lerma and Torreira, like they're shit. Just get on top of those guys. Don't give them 5 yards. Nah. Here you go, lads. There you go. Do you want to turn? Do you want to move around? Do you want to pass it to him? Yeah, go on. Like what are we doing? And this is the thing. This is the thing that everybody's talking about. We've lost our identity. That was our identity. Our identity was a pressing machine. Was a team that won't give you any space. Was a team that will press you so high up. Like that high line that everybody said, oh, we need to stop that high line. We need to get the high line back. Like everybody's talking about, oh, we needed to get rid of. No, we need to get the high line back because we get the high line back. At least Canate's on some of those midfielders because at the moment we're dropping so far back that we're playing people onside and they're having runs straight down on us. Crystal Palace had a field day. Galatasaray had a field day. That left winger had 2 massive chances and he got a penalty off one of them. I know it wasn't a penalty, but this is a problem. This is a real problem for Liverpool now. It's a real problem, and we're coming up against a good midfield. Like say what you want about Chelsea, but they've got a good midfield, and you have to be in the game. You have to be in the game in the midfield, and at the moment, the manager doesn't trust the right backs, so he's playing a midfielder there who's not a midfielder. Who's not a right back. Like, say what you want about Dominic Szoboszlai, but he's not a right back. The guy's not a right back. So let's stop talking about Dominic Szoboszlai being a right back because he's not, and he doesn't want to play there, and he doesn't do what right backs do. Like he doesn't defend like a right back. He doesn't push people out to the side. He doesn't put them on their wrong foot. He gets caught out a lot, but he's fast, so he manages to get back. And he's been lucky, but he's not a right back. I don't want my strongest midfielder on the right-hand side when I don't have a really good midfielder, apart from Gravenberch, in the midfield. I need Dominic Szoboszlai next to Gravenberch, or I need him playing the number 10. And we can't be asking Dominic Szoboszlai to do all of these multitask roles because guess what's going to happen? Dominic Szoboszlai is going to get injured, or Dominic Szoboszlai is going to have a massive drop-off because he's fatigued. And we've already experienced this with Dominic Szoboszlai when we bought him. We bought him, overplayed him, and then he was fatigued for the last end of the season. And everyone thought, oh God, who's this guy? He's rubbish. Well, the same's going to happen the same's going to happen because you're not trusting your players to play. Like you've now got a situation where he played well at right back because the other two are shit, and now you're stuck in a world where you're like, I just need to use him now. Well, you've got two right backs that are fit. Like Frimpong's fit and Bradley's fit. Like they might not be good, but they're fit. So play them. And don't play Frimpong as a right winger and play Dominic Szoboszlai as a right back when Frimpong's your right winger. When Frimpong is a right back who's better than Dominic Szoboszlai in that position. And you wonder why we were shit against Galatasaray in the right back area. Well, we were shit in the right back area because you've got a right winger who doesn't play as a right winger because he's a right back, and you're playing him as an attacker, and he looks lost. And then you've got your midfielder as your right back when you've got a right back in front of him. Like, what? And you've got Bradley on the bench. Like, talk about mind games. Like you're in your own head now. Like the best thing I've heard this on Anfield Index, and people call it galaxy brain. And Arne Slot has galaxy brain syndrome sometimes. And I don't know how many things he's thinking of doing because I don't even know what team he's going to pick next. And I don't know what formation he's going to do, and I don't know where the players are going to play. And if I don't know that as a fan, then the players probably don't know that either. Like we're all thinking it. Like who's he going to play tonight? Like, is Zach going to play as a number 9, or is he going to decide to put him as a 10? Or where's Wirtz going to play? Where's Dominic Szoboszlai going to play? Where's Mo Salah didn't even play? Like we genuinely don't know what's going to happen game from game now because he's changing things so much. And this is going to catch up with us because we've now lost Alisson for 6 weeks. Now, we've all heard this before. We've all heard 6 weeks. I don't want to break it too early, but I think Ali's out for the rest of the year. I've heard this too many times. I've heard Alisson 6 weeks and then it's ended up 3 months. I've heard it too many times. And the injury was an injury from running back. That is a massive concern because it was 2 shit passes that ended up putting him in a position where he was out of position and he had to run back. And he's done his hamstring. Ali's out till the end of the year. I'm telling you now. Like, I know it's not been announced, but I'm telling you, Ali's out for the rest of the year. And now it's also been confirmed that Leone could be out till 2027. Beyond 2027, like the poor kid. Like by the time this guy plays for it, he's going to be in his 20s. Like it's so unfortunate, but we are going to have to buy a centre back. And we're also now going to be playing another player which isn't used to Liverpool in Mamardashvili. He's not used to how Liverpool play. So now we're throwing Mamardashvili in, okay? We've got to hope that works. We have to hope that works. And for me, I'm going to share my screen. So this is the team I pick now for the next 5 games. Like, roll the dice because you need something to change, and you need something where there's some familiarity. Like, players understand like what to do in situations and in games. Because right now we look like strangers on the pitch. And we look like strangers. Like we concede all of our chances off our own possession. We concede all of our own, all the chances that get scored against us are from our own possession. They're not because like they've out baffled us with some amazing techers and some amazing patterns of play. No, they're not. They're from us arsing around with the ball, trying to do this total football shite and trying to keep possession and then giving the ball away and being caught out. Simple as that. Or a long throw in or a corner or a free kick. And that's it. That is literally the whole season in a nutshell. The whole season in a nutshell. We conceded 3 goals from open play this season. 3 goals from open play. Like it's absolutely bonkers. It's genuinely bonkers because it's all been long balls, free kicks, throw-ins, and corners and penalties. That's what Liverpool have suffered, and we've only conceded first twice, and that was Crystal Palace, and that was Galatasaray, and they're both away games. So you can say how bad we've been because we have, but it's still winning games. It's still winning games, and you have to keep that habit. If you keep a habit of winning games, then it doesn't matter how you play because you're still winning. So this is the team. This is the team I play against Chelsea, and you're probably not going to like it, but I think it's a necessity because we need to win that game. We can't go 3 games. We can't go 3 games beaten. So Kirke's out straight away. Sorry, Kirke's, you're done. Like, you're out for me. We go to a back 4. And we play Robbo, Virgil van Dijk, Canate. And where's Bradley disappeared to? Where's Bradley disappeared to? Oh, there he is. Sorry. Bradley. And then we play Gravenberch, Dominic Szoboszlai, McAllister out. Sorry, McAllister. Then we play Wirtz, Isaac, and we play Cody. And that's my team. That is literally my team. And we get it as easy as we can, and even to an extent, I might even take Wirtz out and play Curtis Jones. I might even do that to a certain extent, or even swap Jones and Dominic Szoboszlai around because Curtis Jones had a really good game at Anfield against Chelsea, but then he had a poor game against Chelsea in the second game at their ground. Alisson's obviously out, so you got Mamadashvili in, and I would literally take it right back to basics. Like, I'm not messing. Like, Dan's is out as well now, so Dan's is done. He's done for a while. Let me put some players on the injury list. So we got Ali, Leone, Dan's all injured. Endo, Kirkers are in, KMack, Ekitike. I don't know whether Ekitike is going to be out, but I'll put him down as out as well. Slot said he might be, so Naomi will probably be in. So that's my team. And I would literally run that for 5 games. I just run that for 5 games. Like, run that for 5 games. See how many wins you get out of that. See how many wins you get out of that. And Cody will get you some goals. Salah will get you some goals. Isaac will get you some goals. And then you rotate Isaac with Ekitike, or you rotate Isaac with Chiesa. And Cody can rotate with Rio. Mo will play most of the games. Dom, you can rotate him with Wirtz, or you can rotate Dom with McAllister. You've got Curtis Jones, you can rotate with McAllister. You've also got Gravenberch that could rotate with Endo if you need to. But I would start all of those players for the next 5 games, and I just want Liverpool to just naturally play football again. Like, press the fuck out of everyone. Like, Gapco can press, Dom can press, Salah. Okay, if he's not pressing, then you know that Isaac will press, because I've seen Isaac pressing. I've seen Isaac starting to press. So it's obviously been told to him, yeah, you need to do that. Chiesa can press. I've seen Chiesa press. So you've got players that can press, but we need more solidity. We need that midfield to get used to playing like as a midfield where you're going to battle. Like I think Curtis Jones got a broken nose in the Galatasaray game. Gravenberch has been brilliant, but Gravenberch isn't. You can't all put it down on him. Like, other players have to chip in, and if you've got Dom there, Dom's going to do the dirty work for Salah, and he's also going to fill in the role next to Curtis Jones if Gravenberch has to drop into defence, because that might happen. And Grav's got a goal in him now as well, so the fact that Dom's there could help him. But we haven't played Dom in the 10 at all this season, and I genuinely feel that we've just thrown too many new players into the mix, and I don't even think the old players have got a grip of how to play this new style of football, which for me is not good. It's not good. It's not pretty. It's not pretty. It's not attacking. It's not attacking the way it should be. Like, you're expecting it to be like 6 forwards, but they're not really doing anything with it. It's like, if you watch the game, if you watch when we're on the attack, yeah, it's like, so say this is us, yeah. You've got Cody here. You'll have Isaac roundabout here as always, like, or whatever the number 9 is. Then you have Dom around here, and have your Mo like round here, and then you've obviously got Grav would be round here, Jones would be round here. Robbo's kind of more central, like he has been. Like, Virgil's up here, Canate's here, Bradley's a little bit forward, like trying to offer more here. And the ball just goes around and around and around and around. And we haven't got Trent anymore to cross the ball in. Robbo doesn't cross it anymore. Kirkes doesn't cross it. And it just goes around and around and around. And then eventually, around here, if it's Dom or it's Wirtz, they'll try something, and maybe try something while Grav's there, and then the opposition are just straight in. Like, straight on us, like long ball up, intercept, pass, through. And that's what's happened over and over again, because we've just been so passive, and we've just not tried to just bombard the ball in. Get the ball in here as much as you can with as many players as you can. But it's all been around this area constantly. And I have said this before, Slot loves zone 14, like the hot zone. He loves it. But what are you fucking doing in the hot zone? You're not shooting. You're not having any shots. We're not taking loads of shots from outside the box. The amount of times we've had a chance to shoot and we passed it sideways, or we tried one more touch and then we've lost possession, or we just haven't gone anywhere with it. And it's just get back to basics. Get back to basics. Make us really, really hard to play against. defensively and in the midfield, and the attack will come. The attack will come. The goals will come. But you're trying to force it, and then you're too offensive and you're being broken on. And that's the problem. Make us hard to play against. Because at the moment, we're easy to play against. Just give Liverpool the ball. Liverpool will lose it. We'll go down the other end and probably get a goal. That's pretty much tactics. Every single team. Every single team against us. Just let Liverpool have the ball. Let them have the ball. Let them have 70% or more of the ball. Because we will get big chances, because they will fucking pass the ball to us and then we will break on them. And what else we can do? Oh yeah, we can dive around on the floor. We can draw fouls. Like, Liverpool are too fucking nice right now. Too nice. Like, we have opportunities to win penalties. We have opportunities to win fouls. And we don't do it. Like, we don't do it. Like, what is the difference? What is the difference in their penalty and what's happening to Ekitike there? What is the difference? There's no difference. Like, Ekitike is being pulled back by his arm. Fall over. Fall over and get a penalty. You didn't do it. You didn't do it. You didn't do anything. You didn't do anything. Hugo Ekitike could have gone down, and then 20 seconds later, there's a touch on Yilmaz, and Yilmaz goes down and gets a penalty. Like, play the game. Play the dark arts. Like, if you're not doing certain things in the game because we're being outrun or we're being out-tactic or whatever, fall over and get a penalty at least. Too many times. Too many times. And sideways FC, like, Jesus Christ, against Galatasaray, 250 times we went sideways. Sideways FC. Like, that Galatasaray game, man, that really did make me just, really made me go, oof, you know what? That is really worrying. Because Florian Wirtz was our best player, and he wasn't good. But Kerkez, you need to bench. You need to bench Kerkez now. Kerkez needs to be benched because he's doing nothing. He's doing nothing. He's not defending well. He's not attacking well. He's not passing it well. He's not doing anything. Like, he's just a body that's just there on the pitch. Like, just put Andy Robinson in there, because at least you've got someone who'll shout at people. If Cody Gakpo's not doing well, Robbo will tell him. If McAllister's not pulling his weight in midfield, because McAllister hasn't pulled his weight in midfield, like, the whole season he's been garbage, Robbo will tell him. You've got another voice. You've got your vice captain. Get him on the pitch now. Start playing Robbo, because it can't be any worse. It can't be any worse right now. It can't. And Canate, we just have to we have to twist with it. We have to go again. We have to go again. We have to hope that we can play Canate into some form. But we can't be putting a midfielder as a right back next to him. We can't. We can't be doing that. It's dumb. It's just dumb. It's just dumb. Give the guy some help. Like, put someone next to him that he knows. And I don't mean Frimpong. I mean Bradley. Play Bradley. Or play Joe Gomez. I don't care. Like, play a player next to him that he knows. and put Conor Bradley there, because he's played with Conor Bradley a lot. But you're also asking Conor Bradley to do a lot of attacking and also a lot of defending, because he's not getting any cover from Mo Salah. So, you have to look at it from that perspective. Like, Conor Bradley's not had a great season. Conor Bradley started the season injured, but Conor Bradley doesn't have a right winger that does any tracking back now. Like, so Conor Bradley, you need to cut him a little bit of slack. Like, you're asking him to do two things. You're asking him to be an attacking fullback, but you also want him to defend. Like, you're not going to get best of both worlds that are perfect from him. But now we've got a new goalkeeper. Look, the rumours are that Konate's signing a new deal, so whether you want him to go or not, it looks like he's staying. So, and also, he'll come back stronger, but poor guy, 2027, that's mad. That is so unfortunate. And look, where are the numbers? Curtis Jones was really good. He was really good against Galatasaray. We need that again. We need to be able to rely on some of our players. And if Wirtz is going to sit it out for a bit, which he probably will sit the Chelsea game out, because I don't think the Chelsea game's anywhere near what he should be playing. Like, Chelsea away isn't a game to have a luxury player. It's just not. Then you put Curtis in there and you put Dominic Szoboszlai in the 10, and you have a workmanlike midfield, which, guess what? Won us the fucking league last season. It won us the league last season. A workmanlike midfield. You can't suddenly just go, you know what? Just get rid of the way we play now. Like, we're not going to graft anymore in midfield. We're just going to run around with slippers on and think that we're hot shit when we're not. Like, you gotta win your midfield battles. You don't win your midfield battles, you don't win any games. You don't win any games in the Premier League if you don't win your midfield battles. And that's what Jurgen made sure we did. He made sure we won our midfield battles, which is why he had your Fabinhos, your Hendersons, your Milners, your Gini Wijnaldums. It's why he had all those players. It's why he signed Brexit midfield. McAllister can get stuck in, but McAllister is nowhere near match fit. There's something wrong with McAllister. Like, something wrong. He's either got something wrong in his personal life, or he's just not match fit, because he was told to go away for a month. Like, I don't even want to see you training. Like, see you later, McAllister. And he's come back way off it. Way off it. I'm only showing you the numbers. I'm showing you the numbers. Like, he was our best player. He was our best player against Galatasaray. He won 20 duels, mate. Like, he won 20 duels. Like, are you looking at the numbers? Like, sorry, he had 20 duels and he won 11. Like, are you looking at the numbers? Because he was our best player. He was our best player. I mean, God, if we didn't have Curtis Jones in that team, I don't know what would have happened. Like, it could have been God knows how many. What else have we got for you? Here we go. Was it this? No, I'm not even going to talk about Florian Wirtz. I just don't see the point in talking about Florian Wirtz. I think the guy needs to be a sub now. The guy needs to be a sub. Some of our players that we've signed need to be subs. They need to be subs. Like, that's just it. Okay, that's just it. And I did talk about Ali. Liverpool posted loads of Ali photos today, which does make you wonder that he's going to be out for a while, and they kind of easing that one in. They've done this before, and the next games, Chelsea away. That game was possibly one of our hardest games last season. Arnie said, we lost that game 2-1. I mean, we pretty much sewn up the league, but they're a tough team, and they're also hurting. They're also another wounded animal. Like, you've got two wounded animals that have lost games back to back. And then you've got Manchester United at home, and you just don't know what Manchester United are going to come. And you've got Brentford away with 3 Liverpool players that will be in the team, 3 ex-Liverpool players. Sorry, 4 ex-Liverpool players that will be in the team. You've got Queven Kelly, who had a worldie against Manchester United, like saved a penalty, he was brilliant. You've got Van der Berg, who's been good for them, and he's their main centre-back now. You've also got Jordan Henderson, who's on a revival, and you've also got Fabio Carvalho, who's got a point to prove after he was binned by Liverpool. So, look, that's a tough game. Brentford away is a tough game. Sorry. And then you've got Aston Villa at home, and you don't know what Aston Villa are going to turn up. They're just like Manchester United. They're like Jekyll and Hyde. And then Manchester City away. It does not get any easier. And for me, I think we go with as many Liverpool players that are used to playing for Liverpool in the Premier League as we can. And we use our new players as impact players. We use them as impact players. We use them as players that can come on and make a difference, or close things off, or try something new in the game. But they can't be starting games. They're not good enough to start games for us. They're not. None of them have had any impact at all in starting games, apart from Ekitike. Not one. Not one. Frimpong looks way off it. Kirkes looks way off it. Wirtz, I know he's created more chances than anyone else, but he makes us look really disjointed, and he loses the ball so many times in dangerous positions for us. For us. He was the guy that did the back heel against Galatasaray, and they broke and got a penalty. Like, that was his back heel that went to them. We were in the box, and he did a little back heel. They intercepted, went down the other end and got a penalty. Like, that could happen against Chelsea. I don't want to see him against Chelsea. I want Dominic Szoboszlai to be in the number 10 or Curtis Jones. I want someone who knows how to play that position right now. I don't want someone learning. Like, we got way too many players learning on the job how to do the job in a competition that we need to win. Like, we can't have the whole team learning on the job how to do a job. Like, have the Liverpool players, have Robbo, Virgil, Canate and Bradley, who all know each other and have all played with each other, pause, for the next 5 games. And you've got Gravenberch or Curtis Jones, or Gravenberch and Dominic Szoboszlai, who can do that job with their eyes closed and win those midfield battles, and put someone who's got legs in front of them who can do a bit of grafting for Mo Salah and the midfield in Curtis Jones or Dominic Szoboszlai. Wirtz can come on in like the second half, in the 60 minutes. He can play 40 minutes. I don't care. Like, I don't care that we've spent all this money on these players. We don't have to play them. You don't have to play every single player that you bought because you bought them. They've never played in the Premier League apart from Isaac. And obviously Kirkes. But Kirkes has been garbage all season. I'm sorry. Like, he's been garbage. Like, he looks way off it. He looks like a child. Like, he needs time out. Sorry. And now you've got a new goalkeeper. So don't make it difficult. Don't make it difficult. Back to basics. Make it tight. Make us hard to score against. That's what you need to do. If you're conceding bucket loads of goals, which we don't normally concede, make us difficult to score against first. Because the goals will be there. We score goals. We score goals. So just make us difficult to score against. Start getting clean sheets. Start picking up clean sheets. Start making our defence confident again. Because at the moment, Virgil van Dijk doesn't trust his own centre-back partner at the moment. And Canate doesn't even know whether he's in Liverpool at the moment. I mean, Joe Gomez is our only fit centre back after Canate, mate. So I think he probably needs to stay on the bench. So that's the one for me. And another thing I want to mention as well is we need to start doing something with set pieces. Like at the moment, Arsenal are going to win the league on set pieces. like at this moment at time, I sit there and I watch Arsenal and I think they could win. They can win any game this season just on set pieces. Like, why can't we? Why can't we be good at set pieces? We've got Virgil van Dijk. Like, he's an absolute monster in the air. Like, Canate is a monster in the air. Like, why can't we be doing what Arsenal do? Because we've got better headers of the ball than they have. They've only got Gabriel. Gabriel is their guy. Like, he scores their headers. And they've got Declan Rice that does the free kicks in the corners. Like, we've got Dominic Szoboszlai, who's unbelievable at free kick taking. We've got Florian Wirtz, unbelievable at free kick taking. How good is Cody Gakpo's crossing? Like, why can't we do what Arsenal do and score set pieces? Because we don't. We don't score set pieces. Like, we waste so many chances, so many corners. How many times have you seen Virgil van Dijk and Canate now miss sitters? Absolute sitters from corners. Like, why aren't we working on set pieces more? Like, nick a goal off a set piece and then shut shop. Game over. Game over, then you got Mo Salah on the break for whenever you want to use him. That's your game plan. Like, you don't need to do tiki-taka. I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, I don't get how bad we've suddenly become at set pieces. Like, we're bad at scoring them and we're bad at conceding them. Like, we've literally gone from a team that very rarely conceded any goals from set pieces to one that concedes pretty much every game from a set piece. And we're also a team that scores 1 in every 16 games from a set piece. That is dreadful. That is utterly dreadful. For the amount of corners and free kicks that we get, we score 1 in every 16. Really? Like, that's awful. That's just awful. Like, that is something that needs to be worked on. Like, that is something that's really important. And I feel in the Premier League now, so many teams are concentrating on set pieces. So many are concentrating on winning set pieces because Liverpool are no good at defending them. So the whole aim of the game is to get a corner or to get a foul near the box because you're going to get a big chance against Liverpool. And that's an issue because that's another avenue that teams can go down. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. I didn't really go into the Galatasaray game because I probably would have got really angry. but I did talk a lot about it. But I didn't get into the Galatasaray game as much as I should. I'm going to do a match preview for the Chelsea game tomorrow at 1:00. I will put that in my channel, so you'll see that in a bit. I'll create that, and you'll see that in a bit. Yeah, like I can't really say much else. But I think we need to just start playing all the players from last season. Like put as many players from last season into the team. Cram the team with players from last season and use the new players as subs. Now, just start integrating them in slowly. Like it just hasn't worked. It hasn't worked. It's galaxy brain. It's just not works. Like, and I don't know what you're doing with your midfield now. Like you're taking your best midfielder out of your midfield against Galatasaray away and sticking them on the right back. What you're doing right now is you're playing into the hands of opposition, and you're also playing into the hands of rivals, and you're now starting to get all the media, all the narrative that's talking about you, and you've done this yourself because you felt pressured that you spent so much money on all these players that you had to play them straight away when you didn't. You didn't. You didn't have to play Kirkes right away. You didn't have to play Frimpong right away. You didn't have to play Wirtz right away. You didn't have to play Wirtz right away. Like, you've got your midfield from last season. You could have just brought him in. You could have brought Kirkes in slowly. Like Robbo was your first choice last season. Like you could have made things easier on yourself by bringing players in slowly and just making sure that the guys from last season were firing on all cylinders before you then chucked a load of new toys in. Or if you really wanted to do it, then you should have just fucking played the formation that you played last season. Exactly the same formation that you played last season. So most of the players last season that are still there know what they're doing for the new guys to come in, and they can go, look guys, this is how we play. We will help you. Not, well, we don't really know what we're doing either because this is all new to us and you're new as well. Join the club. Let's all galaxy brain together. Like, it's pretty obvious that someone's passing the ball and they're expecting the player to be there because they were always there last season. And guess what? Well, they're not now because that's not the player that was there last season. And that's also not the way we played last season. And it's so obvious that people are getting the ball and they're hesitating for a couple of seconds, and that's too late. You hesitate for 2 seconds in the Premier League, you've already got the ball taken off you. And that's why we lose possession so much now. So much. We lose possession more now than we ever have before. Ever have before. And that's why we just need to get back to basics. And I think it will happen. Because he's not stupid. He's not stupid. He's not going to be stubborn enough to carry this on. He can't, because he will get sacked. The board will sack him if he carries on playing shit football for the next 20 games. And we look wide open and we can see 7-8 chances in every game, like we did against pretty much most teams this season. And that can't happen. And you can't sign £400 million worth of players for the first time for Liverpool ever, and they all look shit. Like, you can't do that. And they're looking shit because of your tactics. And because they have no idea what they're doing. You can't do that. Like, that's going to be just a dumb thing to do. You just need to swallow your pride and go, you know what? It's not working. It's not working. I'll get you all back in again, lads. What do you feel comfortable with, lads? That's what he wants to be saying to his players. Do you not feel comfortable playing the way we play now in a meeting? And Virgil van Dijk would be like, no, boss, we don't. And Mo Salah would be like, no, we don't. Because they need to. And then he goes, all right then, let's revert back to last season and let's slowly implement the new players in. And they'll be like, okay, that makes sense. Let's do it that way. And then the performances will come and then the results will come. But we have to be tight. We have to be tighter. We have to make ourselves stronger defensively. We have to be more solid in midfield. We need to win the battles, and the rest will come. The rest will come once you win your battles. Anyway, I'm out of here. Let me forward you on to another show. 2 seconds. Right, let me forward you on to another show. And I would also appreciate it if you'd hit the likes and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'm going to forward you on to Don Hussam, who's live now. And if you can put KMack raid, that would be amazing. I don't know whether I'm going to be live in the next couple of days because I can feel myself coming down with COVID. My wife's got COVID and she's been really ill for the last few days, so I can feel myself coming down with it. So I don't really know how I'm going to be. But I will try and do a show tomorrow, but I can't guarantee anything. I'm sorry. I'm feeling really rough now, just over the last hour. So we'll see what happens. But you all have a great weekend if I don't speak to you. Hopefully I'll do a show tomorrow, so I'll put one in for 1, but I can't guarantee it. Hit your notification bell. If you do want to support the channel, drop me a super thanks, super chat, or even just drop some memberships. It's 99p, remember. And if you want to check out Match Bingo, download the app. The QR code's on my screen, and the link and everything's in my description. You get 200% discount with your first deposit, and use the code KMack to get that discount now. QR code's on there, so hit that. I'll talk about them tomorrow as well if I do another show. But whack in KMack raid and head over to Don's show, and I will hopefully see you tomorrow. If not, then who knows what happens with Liverpool at the weekend. And hopefully I'll be fit enough to do the conspiracies and rabbit holes on Sunday for the members. You all take care.